So I just got done setting up Moriko's new enclosure. Moriko is my female Merauke blue-tongued skink, Taliqua gigas evanescens. They are the longest of the blue-tongued skinks and the largest of the Indonesian blue-tongued skinks. The enclosure is a 48 wide by 30 inches deep by 24 inches tall animal plastics enclosure with a custom, I forget, 6.5 inch or 7 inch litter dam. Forget what I told them. I've added my own vents. There are 4 screen vents on that side behind that grid wall, which I'll explain later. And there are 5 screen vents on that wall. Notice the vents on this wall are higher than the vents on that wall. This aids in cross ventilation from different levels. You don't want the air in a cage that stays humid like this to be stagnant for very long. And in that effort, I've also created this exhaust system, which is a inline PVC fan, 2-inch fan. It does about, I want to say it was 32 or 30 something cubic feet of air per minute that it will pull out of this enclosure through this PVC pipe that runs inside. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the angle right, but you're going to have holes in the front here, and then on the underside of the bottom of that pipe there's a screen vent, so that'll keep bugs and stuff from getting in there. So that exhaust will come on probably 3 or 4 times a day for about 5 or 6 minutes at a time, and that's just to keep air flow in the cage, to keep from having stagnant moist air, which will cause mold and stuff like that to grow. As that pulls air out of the cage, fresh air will flow in through the vents. For lighting, we have an Arcadia 2.5% Shade Dweller Max Pro. We have 50 watt halogen Golden Sun Arcadia lamps. I thought I would need 2 of them. Turns out I think I'm only going to need 1, so that's cool. I always have a backup if I need it. We have a Jungledawn 36 inch LED light and Vivosun LED lights. For those are grow lights. For plants, we have lemon button ferns. We have dwarf parlor palms. We have weeping fig or Ficus benjamina. Both the palms and the Ficus benjamina will get too tall for this enclosure, but that's okay, because the parlor palms are very slow growers, so I'll probably get 1.5 years, 2 years, maybe longer before I have to remove those, and I'll replace them with shorter ones again. And I'll just have those out in the animal room. That's fine. The Ficus benjamina, that tree there, I can just keep trimming the top of that, and that will last a very long time. It'll just get thicker over time, and that's fine too. Basically, you can grow it like a shrub or you can grow it like a tree. We have Marble Queen pothos. And because I don't remember if I said it, we have lemon button ferns. More dwarf parlor palms. This is called an Aglaonema. These are from Southeast Asia. They max out at about 2 feet tall, so it may get too big for this. That's fine. If it does, I'll address that when it happens. Cross that bridge when we come to it, as they say. We have satin pothos or Scindapsus. These are native to Indonesia, as are the other pothos over there. And we have a last minute add in. This was a Peperomia Rocio. that I had in a pot that just wasn't doing great in the pot anymore. So I took a couple pieces out and put it in here. We'll see how it does. If it does well, great. If it doesn't, no big deal. 4 hives. Let's go ahead and start on this end since we're here. So this cork is about a 3/4 tube, meaning it goes almost all the way around. It's open on the very bottom. And so there's one end there, and then it feeds directly into this other tube that is almost completely buried, which is where Merauke is hiding right now, since I just put her in here. And then on this end, we have another custom hide that I made out of dry lock and foam. So it goes down inside there. With a slate top that I can remove for easy access if I need to get to her in there, if I need to check on her, if something's going on, if she has babies, fingers crossed, next spring. So anyway, so that's that. There's actually 2 entrances to this. There's one here, and there's one right there. If I can do this without burning my hand, right there. For substrate, we have 2 36-quart bags of terra firma from the Biodude, as well as 1 36-quart bag of terra fauna from the Biodude. We have 1 4-kilogram or 8.8 pound bag of Exoterra's substratum, which is a bioactive volcanic substrate, as you can see right there. That's mixed in there. We have some activated charcoal on the bottom of the underneath the substrate. We have about a half of this large bag of Happy Frog potting soil mixed in, and then we have the substrate from her temporary enclosure, which was Reptisoil, coconut husk, and sphagnum moss, because I've been culturing isopods and springtails in that enclosure while I've been getting ready for this one. And so there's already several hundred isopods in here. I don't know how many springtails. They all kind of scattered when I put them in here though, so I won't be able to show any pockets of them right now. Plus we have magnolia leaves and oak leaves in the leaf litter, and there's a couple layers of those. And let's see what else is there. Right now yeah, so I'm hoping that this Scindapsus will feed the back wall there, feed along there, and the plastic grid. Hold on. Okay, so let's address the plastic grid in the room. This is actually aquarium divider material. It comes in 11-inch by like 11.8 by 11.8 inch squares, and they snap together, and you can use these to make a false bottom. You can use them to separate fish in an aquarium, and my thought here was that I would put this up on the back wall, and then I would plant some creeping fig up along the wall, and that would give it plenty of surface for its little tendrils to grab a hold of. Unfortunately, when I went to the nursery, they didn't have any creeping fig, so I threw my Scindapsus in there for now. And then what I may do later when I can find some creeping fig is move the skull and put a creeping fig right there and let it cover this area and climb up this cork and up that way and wherever the hell it wants to go. For now, I have this nifty little T-Rex skull that I got on Amazon from a company called Cleen, C-L-E-E-N. It's a Chinese or Japanese country or made. I don't know. I don't remember which one, but anyway, look for a T-Rex skull and then just type in C-L-E-E-N. It's a pretty neat little skull. It's supposed to be modeled after a museum replica, so Oh, we have our Universal Rocks water dish. I like these because they're lightweight, so when I need to clean them or move them or do anything with them, even if they're full of water, they're not so heavy that I'm going to break my wrist. And they're big enough that they hold enough water that the skink can get a good healthy drink, and it provides a lot of surface area so that water can evaporate into the cage and keep it nice and humid along with all the substrate. So I think that's about it. Oh, the background I designed using ChatGPT. I know some of you hate it, hate the ChatGPT, hate the AI. I do not care. It's useful. I wasn't going to pay somebody $300 to come up with a background for me for personal use. So I didn't steal jobs from any artist because I wouldn't have paid it. So that's that. I had it printed at squaresign.com on 1/8" PVC plastic. So this is basically like a sign like you would see at a business advertising outside. These are rated for outdoors, so it should last a good long time. So yeah, AI and Photoshop, and you can get yourself a nice little background. Or if you need help, let me know. I can help out with that too. So I don't remember if I mentioned it, but that is an Aglaonema. That is a Southeast Asian plant. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. I know I ramble a little bit. I am a little bit ADD. That's okay. Moriko ever comes out to say hello, I'll get some more footage of her. Right after this, I'm going to attach a quick few-second video just showing me introducing her to the enclosure. Okay, I just put Moriko in. Again, she is a Merauke blue-tongued skink. These are the largest of the Indonesian blue-tongues and the longest of any of the blue-tongue skinks. It can attain a max of up to around 30 inches long. Right now she's sitting at, I think I measured her last at 22 inches, 21 or 22 inches, something like that. So she's immediately going to go explore. Let's see her face down there. She found the cork tube. Okay, so the black slate was getting too hot with these heat lamps. It was like 116 in the warm spot, which is a few degrees higher than I want. So I switched out for these lighter tiles. These aren't as well fitted to stay in place, but I don't think they're gonna get moved around too much. So these in the warm spot are staying about 110, and then further out from the heat lamp you go, the cooler it gets. I also decided that with the extra heat lamp fixture, I would put a 25-watt bulb in there. So that's that one back there. That will come on about a half hour in the morning before the 50-watt. After about 15 minutes of them both being on, the 25-watt will turn off. And in the evening, it'll go in reverse. So there'll be a graduated increase in, or a gradual heat increase in the morning and a gradual decrease in the evening. So she is in there. She's peeking out of the tube right there. I'm going to see if I can coax her out with a roach in a second here. Alright, I've got a roach. I'm going to see if I can get her to come out. There you go. Got to get the roach, not the tongs. No! Of course you let it get away. Did you get it? Yeah, you did. Come up here where we can see you. Let me get that stick out of your mouth. There you go. Uh-oh. Well, good. Now she knows she can go in there. She hadn't been in there yet. And she got him. He's hanging. You got wood. You got wood. Give me that. Don't swallow that. Spit it out. There you go. They're pretty good about spitting stuff out that they're not supposed to be eating. They make good use of that tongue. See? That's why you should have grabbed it right the first time. She'll spit it out. No big deal. Let me go get another one. She'll find that one later, I'm sure. Alright, let's try this again. Now grab the head, crunch down, bite down good, make sure it's dead before you let go of it. I don't normally feed off the adult female roaches, but she's been through an ordeal today, so. That little thing that came out, for those of you who don't know, that is an egg case. When the females are being eaten, if they're pregnant, if they're carrying an egg case, they will eject it in an effort to save the babies. But I don't really want baby roaches hatching out in here, so we're gonna, not the tongs, not eat the jungle Twinkie. No, not the tongs. You goofball. Would you let go of the tongue? Look at you. Alright, I've never claimed blue tongue skinks are the smartest. They're not the brightest bulbs in the bunch. Here, you want to... Not... You made a mess. Sorry for the shitty camera work. Hard to hold camera with one hand and pay attention to what I'm doing. Feeding her with the other. I went to get another roach, and when I came back, she ran back into the hidey hole. See if I can get her to come back out. Moriko. Well, things don't always go as you plan or as you hope. So in that case, we're going to feed this little guy to Practice instead, since she went back in her hole and doesn't want to come back out. Alright, Practice, come and get it. Come and get it. What are you waiting on? Get it. Now bite it good. Don't let it get away. There you go. I try to wait for the crunch before I let go. Otherwise I have roaches running around in the cages. And one or two is not a big deal, but if you end up with a male and a female running around in there, that can become a problem. I'm all for bioactive, but I don't want to be that active. There's the grumpy face. There you go. Crunchy. And squishy. A delicious jungle treat. Watch his eyes. His pupils dilate there for a second.